What musical group is featured as characters in The Sims? The answer? Fergie, will.i.am, and the Black Eyed Peas. And now an arcade classic with all the right moves. At number 92, it's the finger-tapping classic, Galaga.
First of all, bees. I am not a fan of bees, so this made me really happy to shoot space bees out of the sky.
Galaga was unleashed to arcades in 1981. The gameplay was familiar to fans of Space Invaders, but unlike its predecessor, the baddies in Galaga were bee-like creatures that zipped and swarmed at you with dizzying precision.
Galaga's like the next level of Space Invaders. It's still Space Invaders, but they're a lot more aggressive. You know what I mean? They're coming down to you. They will fly. They will come down and get your ass. Then they go past you and they come back up. I don't know how the hell they will warp back to the top. They go past you and end up back at the top again. What the hell is that?
Galaga was the first cause of carpal tunnel syndrome because you got the joystick in one hand, the other hand, you gotta hit it for every bullet. You got a permanent hook. You're like an old lady in an arcade, begging for quarters from strangers.
I feel like Galaga was the game that kind of introduced us to the concept of the challenge stage, where you would get like 5 stages and you get the crazy challenge stage.
That weird like manta ray, space manta ray thing, shoot down the force field and you'd be like, oh, that'll capture me, and it'd capture you.
You allow yourself to take your own ship hostage, and then you have to free yourself and get the double guns.
Not only did Galaga introduce features that gamers had never seen before, it was a massive success.
Everyone loved Galaga.
Next, they're putting their lives in your hands. At number 91, it's The Sims.
The Sims, man, let me tell you about The Sims.
The Sims definitely feeds into my God complex.
There's something about The Sims. Maybe it's the fact that, you know, you're controlling another human being, which I think secretly we all wish we could do.
Oh, voila.
SimCity mastermind Will Wright unveiled his people-centric follow-up, The Sims, in 2000, unleashing an addictive, one-of-a-kind life simulation game.
When I first started on The Sims, I wanted to do kind of for architecture what SimCity was doing for city planning. The people really were meant to originally be the scoring system. It ended up being a strategy game that everybody could relate to. Everybody was playing this game already in their life. This was just kind of abstracting it into, you know, kind of a strategic level.
I'm a little embarrassed that I love The Sims so much because it is basically playing house.
I got a kick out of like having the guy and the girl flirt and then get married and all that stuff. Like, it was a big accomplishment.
But you gotta have a job, you gotta make some money, you know, you can expand your house, you can add plants and TVs and couches.
Or you can just lock everybody in the house and delete the doors and set it on fire. We used to do that too.
The freedom to play house, play God, and play with life and death helped The Sims become the top-selling PC title of all time.
You start becoming addicted to this game. You know, you don't work, you don't sleep, you don't eat, you know, you wait too long to go to the bathroom. Also that you can play this game where you work, sleep, eat, and go to the bathroom.
You know, The Sims is a dope game.
Next, the game that shaped the fantasy RPGs we play today. At number 90, Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of
Baldur's Gate 2 was really the first video game that captured that flavor of Dungeons & Dragons.
When Baldur's Gate 2 was released for the PC in September of 2000, it set the bar for fantasy role-playing games with a narrative that immersed gamers in the world of Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms.
You are a smart one.
Baldur's Gate 2, story was great on that one. Yeah, really great.
I'm an explorer who likes to have a story to go along with what I'm exploring. Baldur's Gate really gave me that.
Yes, it is done.
Baldur's Gate 2 not only dropped you into the world of the Forgotten Realms, it allowed you to explore with friends online.
The dungeons, everything you do, it's very much like Dungeons & Dragons. And really being able to go into that fantasy world, only without the guy with the mouthpiece drooling into the cup. which makes it perfect.
And now for a game that drags survival horror to intense new places.
Shotgun in the face always drops a zombie.
At number 89, Left 4 Dead.
I'm a huge zombie fanatic, and Left 4 Dead got me really excited.
Really fun, very satisfying game.
It's seamless, it's fast-paced.
Left 4 Dead made me want the zombie apocalypse to happen.
When it dropped in 2008, Valve's Left 4 Dead kept gamers running for their lives thanks to an incredibly sophisticated and vicious AI.
What's amazing about Left 4 Dead is that they have a director who sort of watches you, and if he thinks things are going too easy, he throws new zombies at you. So it's completely unpredictable.
The spawn points of your enemies changed every time you played, so it would create a completely different experience for the player.
And like any great survival horror game, Left 4 Dead boasted a rogues gallery of repulsive bad guys.
They have like different kinds of zombies. So there's like a zombie that spits at you, a zombie that grabs you with its tongue.
And then the witch, don't wake the witch.
She looks like RuPaul on crack.
You have to sneak by her. If you make a sound, she wakes up, and she's the toughest bad guy in the game. Just go over this. Gary, don't. There's a witch there. Okay, you just... What the Gary? And then everybody's dead.
For me, the fun of it is playing multiplayer. So you play with your friends, you have people freaking out, you go up against that giant fat zombie. Being on that earpiece and hearing other people scream because they're freaking out, that's pretty fun. And then you scream and you hope it's on mute, but it's not.
While I'm playing online, I'm also talking trash. And every now and then I'll get into a fight with somebody that's supposed to be on my team, and it's like, hey, don't steal that gun. Fine, you stole that gun, fine. If you die, I'm not reviving you, you're done.
You have an adventure together. Like, the multiplayer really makes Left 4 Dead fun. It's like going through a haunted house, you know? That horror element to it really adds something that you don't get from other games. So good choice there.
Coming up, we hit the hardwood with an NES classic.
Double dribble, best technology ever.
Drop into the middle of a massive sci-fi trilogy.
It's a heavy game.
And take a trip down memory lane with Outrun.
Don't drive your car into things at 100 miles an hour. If you have a Ferrari, you'll die.
But first, what was the first video game to be blasted into Earth's orbit? The answer when the Top 100 Video Games returns.